Well, this is what we expected. No? We've been banging on about this on this channel if you've been watching for ages. Now, it's going to be part talk about the Fulham game and part let's just recap the season. Let's look at the perspective. Let's look at where we are because there's so much doom and gloom, but we need to appreciate what's happened this season. Take it back. This could have been completely avoided. Completely avoided. The players were at fault 100%. The players need to take responsibility because that performance against Fulham was pathetic. I can't lie to you. I only watched the first half. The second half, I had to go somewhere, so I didn't bother. And then we were just following it on via text. And also, do you blame me for not watching half the match? After that first half performance, pathetic. Bearing in mind, something's not even mentioned. They're without their captain, without their best player in Mitrovic. And that's their game. And they still battered us. This Fulham have been on a running. They've been rubbish. And I'm not, again, credit to Fulham if they're watching it with a better team. 5. Fulham put 5 past us without Mitrovic. They deserve to win, 100%. And again, I didn't watch the half. Listen to Ant's stream and he goes, the scoreline flatters us. And it did. I'm just, this rot has gone deep. Now, this is on the fault of the board, it's on the fault of the owners, and it's on the fault of the players. The only people and the previous Brendan Rodgers as well. The fact that he walked and we didn't have anybody to sign him up was the case. Now, people might have thought, oh, well, he didn't walk. One thing, he left on mutual consent. Second of all, the fact that Brendan Rodgers, there wasn't a manager lined up ready to go. You look at Garcia, Javi Garcia, fired Allardyce linked straight up before Garcia was fired. When we got rid of Puel, Brendan Rodgers was ready to go within the next game. There was just a one-game oversight where Brendan Rodgers was in the crowd. The fact they put mutual consent, which I know looks nice, he goes, I can't do anything. I would have loved to have proven Brendan Rodgers wrong and gone, it was you that was the problem. Giving Dean Smith an impossible challenge. John Terry, staying up. If you've followed him on Twitter, he spent all that time. I don't blame him. Working late nights, and we were all loving it. Seeing it on Twitter, going, good morning, Foxes fans, or watching the match and then doing the analysis, putting that defense together. We thought that's what we needed. Players aren't bothered. You look at a team similar. You look at the other teams around us who were in a similar position. Aston Villa. People forget Aston Villa have as good a squad as us. And I'm just being honest in terms of that. I mean, you look where they are. They're in 8th position. They're a couple of points off Europe. And the squad they have is exactly the same squad. I think barring Moreno, exactly the same squad. We let managers go. Sean Dyche was available. We didn't get him. We believed in Rodgers. Rodgers is going to keep us up. This squad is pretty much the same thing that was pretty much in the relegation zone under Gerrard. Apart from one player. Shows you the difference a manager can make. Now, by this, I'm not blaming Dean Smith. I'm not. He's coming with an impossible challenge, and his players are letting him down. And you look at the quality of the squad. I'm not going to go through it because you guys know. You guys know the quality of the squad we have, and it's not good enough to go down. And there's no such thing as too good to go down, especially not now. I've just been on another stream talking to other fans, and they're like, yeah, you're going down. And I don't blame them. Got no rebuttal. But we've been screaming about this as fans, and pundits need to take responsibility as well. Oh, Leicester are too good to go down, blah, 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 blah. I think we have a 70% chance of going down this season now. Done. I think we're done. Done out here. It's done. Considering the squad that we had. So many errors along the way. What if Iverson was put in charge for more games? What if Soyuncu wasn't left out of the squad? Do you know what I mean? And then even in the game, the Dennis Pratt, you just can't, he was puffing and puffing. I was like, where's he going? Samori was walking. Tillemans was walking. Pathetic. Pathetic. Nobody's too good to go down. Nobody. We are going down at this moment in time You look at our next 3 fixtures. I've just been on another channel talking to a Chelsea fan, and they were mentioning about, well, they don't feel too good against Nottingham Forest. Either of those teams get one more win, we're done. We're finished. Newcastle, Everton get a win, and Nottingham Forest get one more win. I think we're done. That's what we're in. They just put 5. So Everton put 5 past Brighton at home. Yep. And Nottingham Forest beat Southampton. And we've got Liverpool, Newcastle, West Ham. The only advantage we have, and there's a small hope, we've got 2 home games. If they don't turn up at home, the crowd turns. And it is Liverpool, and they are a bit weak on the road, but I'm not holding much hope. I'm sorry I didn't do a live stream. Couldn't. Partly I was busy, and partly I came home and I don't want to do this. Don't want to. What's the benefit? I want to enjoy. I love my club. I love them. And we're going to see how many fans support this club when we go down. Because there's been a lot of people, and I'll kind of call them out, who have been in the ground, who even at away days, that have come in just after we won the league. I'm not pretending to be a season ticket holder. You guys know I don't have one. I never thought I needed one until I went to university. Then they won the league. Then I came back, I'm still on the waiting list. I'll be there. I'll be there at the ground. I'll be there supporting the team. Through thick and thin, I'm there. But it's good we need to get this frustration out. Look at a team like Villa, what they've managed to do with just a change of the manager. Valencia was in trouble. We could have got him. Sean Dyche, gone. All these teams gone. We whacked ourselves into a corner. Top needs a big look in the mirror and going, I'm too nice. Football, you have to be ruthless. Ranieri, ruthless. Puel, considering we just lost the owner, ruthless. But I've got a feeling that plan was there before Vichai. Now we're relying on this to get us through. Giving players huge contracts. For what? For what reason? Now that they can't be asked to play, this is the situation we're in. Nobody can be surprised. And the beauty of the internet is, I've been banging on about this for ages. We had so many moments that we should have won that we didn't. So many. Just in the last couple of months. Where the Chelsea Crystal Palace game recently. The Bournemouth game recently. The worst thing is I fell for it. The fact that we played all right. We played well against Wolves. I thought, well, we're in a good place. No. Everton, draw. With a better team. You would have thought they would have learned from that. They got worse. They got worse. This is a worse performance than Everton. Leeds. Yes, their crowd was on side, but we need to hold on. Draw. Lucky not to lose that game. Last kick, 89th minute, Bamford should have put it away. We've been riding our luck for too long. For a long period of time, we were losing. And everybody around us was on the same. And we were kind of holding steady. Now that everybody's taking notice, when other people start getting results, other teams have more faith. We have a better team than Everton. And we have a better team than Leeds. And we have a better team than Forest. That is not controversial to say. Other fans will agree with me. Even of the opposition. Got Maddison, Tillemans, Soyuncu, Iverson pulling out stops. Even he had a poor game. But Jamie Vardy. What is going on? So players need to hold themselves accountable. I've heard that Dean Smith today has got the ball into training. Good. And I want people with passion and fight. If that means getting Kindredby Hall back in that lineup, get him in. Give me something. Get Michael Brighton back off loan, get him in the squad. Don't care. Prepare for who's going to stick around for the championship. I wish that all the players that didn't care, that treated like, now you play them 2 teams. I've mentioned before, we forget that they played on Thursday. Fulham played on Thursday against Liverpool. They had Monday to turn it around. We had a whole week. And what do? That. Whole week of training, coaching, tactics, all this stuff. And they didn't want to be part of it. The players didn't want to be part of it. If we sacked Brendan Rodgers sooner, we wouldn't be in this problem. Even we had Dean Smith. Left it too late, played it too nice. All we want to make till stuff blows over. Sentiment is nothing in football. And we are seeing that now. Sentiment's too much. Wages, we have to rebuild, burn it to the ground. I know it sounds really bad, but for the players that aren't here, go. Don't want to be here. Don't care about this club. Leave. My club will still be here. You won't. But whoever didn't even put half a shift in, I mean, is it not much to ask for? All season we've been asking for effort, hard work, determination. It's not a lot. Not a lot. It's all we ask for as Leicester fans. Just care. Just care and stay in the Premier League. It's just like they accepted it. Do they want this on their resume? They look like they've been relegated from the Premier League. If you want to move to a bigger club, you think they'll be gone, oh, it don't matter. I'm going to move anyway. Dumb. From Leicester, from the board. All of it needs criticism. And who's saying something like Martin Glover goes, I don't want to be in the Championship. I'm off. We're riding on our laurels for too long. And I understand that we've had FFP issues. Sure. And I've seen rubbish stuff come out about, well, Brendan Rodgers wasn't backed. Why were we in FFP in the first place? One of the reasons was Brendan Rodgers. Too nice. I thought you were supposed to be a businessman, Top. How are you running a business this bad? Now I'll be here. I'll be here running this channel in the Championship. If we go down. Still got a little bit of hope. But it's pathetic. Pathetic. Running's too hard. And Liverpool have picked up form now. So we'll see. I'm just here to put it in perspective. How many times on this channel alone have we been ringing the alarm bells? And nobody's been listening. Oh, it'll blow over. Oh, you won't be too bad. Now it's coming to the final 3 games of the season. Oh, no. Oh, Leicester getting relegated now. Where's the narrative? Where's the manager hasn't been backed? Look at the squad we have. What are we relying on? James Maddison came out recently with the social media thing. I just don't want to even get into it because it's another dumb thing. It's just because it's like, what are you trying? I don't understand what we're doing, where we're going. We're in serious crap. I think I saw something by Jake Watson recently about £100 million training ground. That's obviously an important thing. Then we've got major problems up and down that pitch. We've got stadium expansion supposed to be paid for. How's that going ahead? We've lost 21 games. And it's not like we've just lost. We've been humiliated multiple times. I just want players that care. Play the under-23s. Play the under-18s. Fight for the badge. It's disgraceful. It's pathetic. And we've been found out. One more win for either Everton or Nottingham Forest, that they are gone. They are uncatchable, in my opinion. Next week, if we lose, they win, done. Relegated. What are we supposed to do as fans? Just watch our team and go, yeah, sure. And all the crap we've had to put out with the tickets. Can't get in with our ID and things like that as well. Just shows you care. I'm not seeing fight from very many of them. Hearing that certain players have been linked away and want to move away. At least go in the summer with dignity. Give us something. You're not giving us anything. And I don't see, if you don't want to be here, don't play. Don't play. It's the hardest season I can remember supporting the club. Even though I watched them in the Championship, at least we know we were terrible. In this one, the talent's there. The talent is a good enough squad to get top 10. Arguably, get Europe. As they have been the last 3 seasons. Well, barring the season, but the 2 seasons before that. Good enough to get Europe. But where are we? Here we are. This has been a colossally calamitous season. And we've got nobody to blame but ourselves. The players need to look in the mirror. Bourne needs to look in the mirror. Brendan Rodgers, if he comes back to the stadium, we're booing him because of what he's done and where he's took us and the toxicity he created around the ground. And shout out to the fans. I've not said it already. There were some fans clapping when the players came over against Fulham. Even people like Matt Piper, who I love Matt Piper, even he said we're going down. Maybe just waiting for the maths to add up. We've got one kind of last shot against Liverpool. And I think we're done. And all these players are going to go and leave, and who's going to want to stay? Those big wages aren't going to be available in the Championship. Some of them won't even have Championship release clauses. Who's going to want to stay? Luke Thomas, Kieran Dewsbury Hall, maybe. Michael Brighton. Jamie Vardy, probably is not. Complete tearing up of the squad. Complete rebuild. Complete burning down the squad. Complete rebuild. Recruiting from the academy. Getting somebody in. And there's rumours of us linked with the Swansea manager just to rebuild. I think just firing the manager probably could have saved us. But no, probably walked. And we decided to do this, what we're doing. Players, management, all that rubbish. Remember a few times this season, I was like, I don't want to make content because I'm saying the same thing over and over again. This is another one. The beauty of the internet is the evidence is there. Now, I thought we could stay up. And I feel stupid. Stupid for suggesting so. Completely stupid. After we won against Wolves and got carried away. After seeing a performance for like 45 minutes of actual decent football, got carried away. We're going to see so many players leave. So many players that I don't want to be here. So many of them. If you enjoyed the video, like, subscribe, all that good stuff. We're back for a preview. And hopefully I'll get to meet you guys down at the ground or something like that.